LinkedIn's earnings are a pretty big bummer. Apple must pay hundreds of millions of dollars to a patent troll. Justin TV is relaunching on Snapchat, and more. It's Thursday, February 4th, and this is Crunch Report. Man, it's been a tough week for stocks, and the stories are all starting to sound kind of familiar. Today, LinkedIn reported its fourth quarter earnings, and despite the company beating analyst estimates on both income and revenue, the stock fell over 25% in after-hours trading. That's a lot, due to a not-so-strong outlook and earnings guidance, so that's looking ahead. LinkedIn's first quarter of 2016 is expected to be $820 million, and adjusted earnings per share will be 55 cents. For all of 2016, revenue is forecasted to be about $3.6 billion. Now, needless to say, investors expected more. LinkedIn makes the majority of its money from its premium services, people looking for jobs or job recruiters both paying the service for extra features. But LinkedIn also relies on original content from influencers, including business leaders and celebrities who write posts and then share them with their LinkedIn followings. Before today, LinkedIn shares were already down 15% this year. We do have some potential good news, though, certainly growth news. LinkedIn announced in its earnings statement that it has acquired Connectify, a startup with technology for helping recruiters find talent. Well, FOURSQUARE has changed a lot over the years, and we've talked about it a lot too, from a social app business to really a data company. That was what lead investor Union Square's Ventures' Fred Wilson said today at LA's Upfront Summit. He said, think of it more like Comscore than Instagram. Now, what Wilson means by that is FOURSQUARE is a data provider for the real world, the way that Comscore is a data provider for web traffic. Businesses can now use FOURSQUARE to tap into real-world points of interests and know where people go and when, and use it for location-based ad targeting. FOURSQUARE used to be integrated into all sorts of apps. Instagram, for instance, FOURSQUARE powered where I was at the time when I would tag my photos. That was before companies started building their own location services, though, and that kind of downgraded FOURSQUARE's importance for consumers. Then in 2014, the company split its app into two, with information and tips sticking with FOURSQUARE, and then the old school check-ins going to new app Swarm. Mayorships disappeared, and then the company eventually brought them back. It's been kind of a wild ride. Now, a lot of big companies pay a lot of money for FOURSQUARE's API, though. The company raised their Series E round last month at half its previous $650 million valuation, but possibly running a healthier business than ever. More good stuff coming to Amazon's Echo, the connected voice-activated AI device, or speaker. Starting today, you can launch Spotify to play music through the Echo via Amazon's assistant Alexa, as long as you're a Spotify Premium subscriber. Spotify's premium tier costs $9.99 per month and gives users ad-free listening and higher audio quality and offline playback. The new integration is US only, at least to start, where the Amazon Echo is being sold, and there's no word on where to roll out next. Amazon also hasn't released any sales figures for its $180 Echo device, but getting a bunch of Spotify users on board could mean more sales, because Spotify has 100 million users. It's huge, and about 28 million of those people pay for premium. The Echo already integrates with Amazon Music, Prime Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and TuneIn. But again, Spotify is the top dog in streaming, for now anyway. Patent troll VernetX just scored big against Apple to the tune of $625 million. Here's what happened. A U.S. court judged that Apple had indeed infringed on patents used in its iMessage and FaceTime services. VernetX won $368 million from Apple back in 2013 over other patents used in FaceTime and its VPN service inside iOS. It's not just Apple, though. VernetX makes almost all of its revenue from patent licensing and lawsuits, and has sued a number of tech companies over the decade. Cisco, Avaya, Siemens. For example, it settled 2 disputes with Microsoft now, one in 2014 over patents used in Skype, where it won $24 million, and then in 2010 for $200 million. Apple says it will appeal the decision because the patents in question were not actually valid at all. Remember Justin TV? Yeah, it started as a live streaming experiment starring a guy, Justin Kahn. He had a camera strapped to his head and you watched his every move. It grew into an online video portal that pivoted into video game streaming platform Twitch, which is huge, and then got bought by Amazon for just under $1 billion. Well, now Justin Kahn is restarting Justin TV on Snapchat. Yeah, he says he'll invest effort in the service by hiring a person to help him run this channel. Now, Khan is also a partner at accelerator program Y Combinator and explains that his hire, whoever that person may be, will work on media strategies with the startups he's invested in, as well as put them on the Justin TV Snapchat channel. Khan tells TechCrunch, quote, "Snapchat is the platform I should have built at Justin TV. So I'm jumping on the bandwagon and going hard on Snapchat. I want to inspire the youth to become entrepreneurs. When I hire this snap god, you should see more snaps, more wisdom, and more extreme travel adventures, or maybe just more of me on my exercise bike screaming at my stuffed gator." We'll end it there. That is the report for today. I'm Sarah Lane. Oh, hey, before we go, our annual Crunchies Awards are happening on Monday, February 8th. It's just a few days from now. If you want to buy tickets, do so before it's too late. All the information is at techcrunch.com/crunchies. Hope to see you there. Crunch Report airs every weekday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on techcrunch.com. You can find us on iTunes and on YouTube as well. See you tomorrow.